Good day, class. I'm Mr. T. Welcome to today's class. As you can see beside me is my beautiful wife. She's here to put us through what we have on the board as fractions. My job is to sit down and watch her teach us. I would like you to do the same thing. Let's give her the audience as she put us through on the journey of this topic, fraction. Thank you, guys.
Hey guys, so today I'll be taking us on the topic fraction. I want us to understand how fraction works. Most of us in school, we've been seeing fraction, and whenever they are solving this fraction, we look at it like, what are they doing on the board? Especially me before. But I came to love fraction because I had to really know what is being done. And I would love you to learn too. So now please, you listen as we start. Now, fraction. What is a fraction? A fraction is a part of a whole number. Let's assume you're having a cake, just one cake, and you divide this cake into 5 equal parts, and you decide to pick one of the parts. That means it's what? 1/5. The 5 parts in which this cake is being divided into is what? The denominator. The denominator is what? The total number of that whole number is the denominator. Why that particular part which you pick becomes what? The numerator. When you have a cake, just one particular cake, and this cake is divided into 5 parts, and you decide to pick one out of these 5 parts, that means it is 1/5. If you pick 2 out of the 5 parts, it becomes what? 2/5. I've mentioned numerator, denominator. Now you might be wondering, what is a numerator? A denominator. Now, a numerator, let's assume we have 1/5 on the board. 1/5. The one here becomes the numerator, and the 5 is the denominator. Like I said before, you are having a cake being divided into 5 equal parts. Please take note. When it is not divided into 5 equal parts, it is not a fraction. If you divide it and it is not equal, please, it is not what? A fraction. It has to be what? Divided equally. Now you divide one cake into 5 equal parts, and you pick one out of these 5 parts. It becomes what? 1/5. This one here becomes the numerator, while the bottom one is the denominator. The bottom one, which is the 5, is the denominator. If you decide to pick 2 out of this 5, it will be 2/5, which is, that means 2/5. That means the 2 is the numerator and the 5 is the denominator. So I think we have understood up to this stage. Now, I want us to know the types of fractions that we have. We have 3 types of fraction. 3 types of fraction. And one of it is types of fraction. One of it is a proper fraction. Proper fraction. Two is an improper fraction. And the third one is the mixed fraction. Now, understanding what is a proper fraction, what is an improper fraction, and what is a mixed fraction. Now, to know a proper fraction, if you want to identify a proper fraction, the the top number is always lesser than the bottom number. That is, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. It is like an adult carrying a child. When you look at the board, you have a number like 2 over 7, for instance. 2 over 7, this is a proper fraction. It's just like a 7 years old child carrying a 2 years old child, or an adult carrying a baby. When an adult is carrying a baby, it is lighter. That means it is proper. It is not heavy. It is lighter. It is what? Proper. Because what the adult is carrying is smaller than the adult. So it will be easy for the adults to carry it. It's just like an elephant carrying an ant. That is what? A proper fraction. And talking about an improper fraction is when the numerator is bigger than the denominator. For instance, we have 10 over 2, a bigger number, a smaller number. The smaller number is the bottom number, while the bigger one is the bigger number. The top number is the bigger number. The top number is the numerator, while this down one is the denominator. Now the numerator is bigger than the denominator. You see that it's what? Improper. Now it's just like 2 carrying 10. It's not too heavy, it is heavy. It's just like an ant carrying an elephant. An ant carrying an elephant. How do you think it's possible? That is why it is tagged improper. So it's what? Improper. Because an ant, which is this 2, carrying an elephant that is very big. So it's what? Improper fraction. When you see this, you should know what? You should know it's an improper fraction. And how to identify a mixed fraction? A mixed fraction is a whole number and a proper fraction. When you see a whole number like 2 whole number 1 over 3, this is a mixed fraction. It is a mixed fraction. So a mixed fraction is always a whole number and a proper fraction. Like I said, I didn't say an improper fraction, and a proper fraction. When you see a whole number and a proper fraction, you should know that what? It's a mixed fraction. So now, with this few explanation of mine, I think you should begin to develop interest in loving fraction. So now, with this with the few things we've done on the board, I believe you should be able to what? Love fraction. And I'll be happy if you do. Please, I would love you to drop examples of proper fraction, examples of improper fraction, and examples of mixed fraction in the comment section to show that you actually understood what I have just done here. Thank you. Love you all. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.